Alright, listen up nerds. Have you ever wished that getting better at art was a little more straightforward? If only there was something like a ranked system and you could grind your way to the top somehow.
It's done! Yeah! Yes!
Well, I got good news for you. Art is just like any other skill, like cooking or plumbing or basketball. And as far as I'm concerned, they're far more efficient at getting better than us pasty-skinned anime binging basement dwellers. And maybe we can take some of what they're doing and apply it to what we're doing to get better at getting better at art. How do you get good at playing basketball? Well, obviously the first way is by playing a bunch of basketball. The second, and I would argue more efficient way, is by breaking it down into a bunch of discrete parts and working on those independently. In other words, drills. I don't think Usain Bolt is running 100 meters all day over and over again. He's probably doing some endurance running, squats, jumping jacks? I don't know what Olympic athletes do, but I bet it's not just doing the 100-meter dash 1,000 times. Well, let's apply that concept to art. Say you want to draw cat boy maids. I suppose you could break it down like this. You learn how to draw cats, you learn how to draw boys, and you learn how to draw maid costumes. And then you put it all together and you get yourself an ooh cat boy, yeah. If you're an aspiring NBA player, well, the bar set for you is pretty clear. You gotta shoot like Kevin Durant, you gotta pass like the Joker, otherwise you wouldn't make the cut. It's clear how good you have to be in order to make it in the NBA. You'd look at the player with a really wet jump shot and then compare your form to his. Why is Kevin Durant hitting all his shots and I'm not? Maybe tuck the elbow in a little, release a little earlier. It's a very methodical, mechanical approach. And this is something that we as artists don't do enough of, copying the masters. We're so scared of it. Nobody's gonna look at you splashing those jump shots and go, damn bro, he shoots just like KD. What a fucking hack. If you really like how Leon Decker paints clothes, copy that shit. And if this is any comfort to you, you'll never paint clothes like Leon Decker. Just like how I'll never shoot like KD. No matter how much I try, because I'm not as tall as him, I'm not as fast as him, and I don't have his big ass hands or a forked tongue. Just like how I don't have Leon Decker's eyes, hands, or sensibilities. They'll always find a way to make it your own. Besides reading The Godfather while dressed as a Shutterstock hacker, LeBron James spends his free time watching game footage. Why? Because when you're in the middle of a game, it's hard to know what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. That's not the time for reflection. After dropping out of the playoffs, you can reflect and review all the nuances of how to improve your game. Something that I really like to do when I finish a piece is place it alongside some works from artists that I admire. When you place them side by side like that, it makes it so much clearer where your work is lacking. It's hard to do, but it must be done. This self-criticism must be objective and without self-judgment. You must approach it as if critiquing someone else's work. Then only can you be unafraid to point out mistakes or areas of weakness. Just because you've watched a video of Ben Simmons shooting 3-pointers, that doesn't mean you're automatically going to shoot better. You can watch the video 1,000 times, but until you actually do it, you won't see any effective improvement. This is the practice portion. It's about putting in the reps, again and again and again. Slowly and with purpose until it becomes muscle memory, until it becomes second nature.
Ahead to Curry. Curry sets, fires, puts it up. Bang! Steph Curry from way downtown.
The biggest setback to improvement is not an efficient training routine, but injury. Overtraining will lead to injury. If you push too hard and sprain your ankle, that's no training for the next 2 to 6 weeks. Better to be inefficient than to do nothing at all. That is why rest is an important and necessary component of any training routine. This applies to art as well. Not only do you prevent burnouts by taking breaks, it fuels your art by helping you stay motivated and inspired. Step away for a bit, Go on a hike, take pictures, pet a dog. This is a marathon, not a sprint, so pace yourselves accordingly. Stretch. That's it. It's not a metaphor. Get your ass out of your chair and touch your toes or something.